normally there's a lot of excitement with the turn of the year. This is a great time to put, listings on the market. For us seasonally, optimally, we love to have things on the market, coming on the market in the early spring because everybody's excited and the weather's starting to warm up. But that begs yet another question for us and for a lot of the country, and that is if you've got these clients that are going on the market after the holidays and they're talking to you before the holidays, now is a great time for a lot of us to be getting photography done of your exteriors in particular, and we can hold them in the file till a January or February release, or maybe March release, because we got some beautiful photos and we can always swap those out. So that's something.
That's a great point from the perspective of having a nice seasonally decorated property, but also a completely normal exterior shot that is going to be nicer than what the weather is when you actually launch it.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant strategy, I think. Right.
Well,
and not from a deceptive kind of way, but
no, not at all.
This is what the house looks like in this particular season.
That's right.
Better representative than perhaps when the weather's bleak.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And a lot of times we'll talk with our clients and we'll say, okay, you're going on the market in January. And in our market, it's mostly deciduous trees. So we have lots of sticks out there that we're looking at. And we'll say, hey, show me some of your favorite photos you've taken in your yard, this gorgeous pool in the backyard or whatever the deal is. And show me some of your sunsets and pictures of the deer in the yard or whatever it might be. And a lot of times we'll incorporate some of those lifestyle shots that might even show a pool party or might show animals in the yard or whatever. And in with our professional photography scattered among the photography. And then the other thing, like I said, we may have photos we've taken from the fall before the leaves fall that we've kept on file. And then we'll do a new shoot in January, February, whenever the listing goes live. And we'll mix those in with it and incorporate those seasonal photos that we've taken and held, some from our clients perhaps. And it makes the more complete picture of what the home is like. But the most important thing, I think, is that we just don't go online and see, a listing where we're in April or May in our market, for example, and you see, as you said, that one little brief snow we had, you see snow on the ground, or you see trees without leaves and it's already the spring, or you see that leftover Christmas tree or something like that. We don't need to see those pictures in the photo, those images in the photos. So,
and that said, that's a really valuable takeaway, particularly in places like yours where they have those things called seasons, right? We don't have so much of that, but it makes me think of the fact that we do ask our sellers if they've got a great sunset shot or something from a particular moment, right? A rainbow coming off the water. And even just last week, I was showing condos in the downtown market here in St. Pete. And so we've typically got west-facing or east-facing condos. And the east-facing condos have the water view for the most part, and then typically that's more desirable. And those that face west are more affordable, let's just say, because they don't have the water view. And where I was talking about the sunset photos, and in this condo that I was showing, they had professionally framed photographs by the window that I was looking out of a brilliant sunset taken from that spot.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And so not just in the MLS, but that was really moving in the property, right? And
it's funny you mentioned that. One of the things semi-related, we were showing a home here in one of the most expensive areas around Nashville proper. And there was a wonderful, wonderful older home, extremely well maintained, a beautiful lot. And it was right across from our governor's mansion. And they have this wonderful picture window looking across their lawn. You can see the governor's mansion in the distance. But they had a photograph, as you described, where they took a picture out that window of the John F. Kennedy coming through in his auto.
The motorcade?
Motorcade, yeah. Before he went to the governor's mansion for a visit before he was killed. And they had a picture of him by that window. So it's always interesting to see how you personalize, again, the experience. We've gone well past holidays here, but how you personalize the experience of living in that home by showing photos and images of seasons and things that they've experienced while living in that home. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that just falls right into topic that we were looking for of capitalizing on
Yeah.
the holiday season, right? There's leverage that can be applied for some of the things that present during the holidays that can be used later in the year.
Absolutely. And I think there's a word I've used a lot in conversation here on the podcast, but also in conversations I have with my colleagues, and the word is authentic.
I
I,
knew it was.
I think the key thing, because the things that we do, the things that I do and things you do, they're different. And I think for all of us, you've got to do something that's authentic to you and conveys in that way. And that's the most important thing, because whether or not you've got this, really high end luxury client, or whether we have listeners who maybe they're new in the business and they aspire to that, maybe they're working with entry level homeowners or home buyers at this point, or sellers. But the key thing that all of us share are the experiences. And you've heard, it's cliche that people remember how you make them feel, but it's true, they do remember how you make them feel. And so we can help create an authentic experience, or capture an authentic experience at whatever level we can do that. That's always a good thing, because it binds us to our clients, and they remember us, and they know we're real. And that, for my business and my business plan, that's something we talk about actively. I don't go after all the business. I want the business that recognizes that I'm authentic and that I care about them. And that's the people I want to do business with. Yes, at the luxury level, of course, that's what we do. But that's the part of the business. That's where I aim. That's the part of the market I aim for.
I think that's fantastic. And I know I have actually taken away some good ideas from our conversation that I wasn't expecting, right? Like leveraging some of these things for later in the year. And one of the things that I'm going to put on my plan for next Halloween is to take some photographs of those neighborhoods in Halloween mode that, again, in the same thing that you were just talking about, allow us to share those photos interspersed with here's what this neighborhood is like at different times of the year. And yeah, so that's going to be note to self. And I think it resonates right back with what you were saying about authenticity, something that's unique. And that's something that you wouldn't see anywhere else, and could absolutely speak to the right client for the right house. So even if it's just maybe an album in the house, perhaps, that is just seasonal, as opposed to putting a Halloween yard in an MLS photo when it isn't close to Halloween. But I think there's some good takeaways from this conversation about leveraging the holidays. And I can't emphasize enough freshening up the database. So you talked about doing that, as you're getting ready for the holiday season. I think that's absolutely key. And we do it too, right? Who's going to get the card, all of that, review the list, make sure everybody's there, check and see, did somebody move away that we lost track of, right? So you can clean it up, but then you can do it again right at the beginning of the year as an aftermath of all the holiday activities, right? So that's like a double sword, and that'll take you into the new year with a fresh database.
I think that's wonderful. Yeah, it makes you feel fresh coming in the new year also. So.